Is self-enquiry possible or practical for young people? In the present times, when young people think that obtaining a lot of money and material things will alone make them happy, will the practice of self-enquiry and search for the self be possible or practical for such young people? Some people get such a doubt. In general, whenever anyone asked Maharishi about how to make others get involved in spiritual matters, he gave answers like the following. Visitor. People must be sought out and helped in spirituality. Maharshi. The power which created you has created the world. If it can take care of you, it can similarly take care of the world also. Visitor. How shall I remove the spiritual drowsiness of my friends or of other people in general? Maharshi. Have you removed your own spiritual drowsiness? The force which is set up to remove your own drowsiness will also operate in other centers. Take care of yourself first. Visitor. How to remove my own spiritual drowsiness? Maharshi. Whose drowsiness is it? Enquire. Turn within. Turn all your inquiries towards search for self. The force set up within you will operate on others also. Visitor. Can we hasten our illumination for greater service, and how? Maharshi. As we are not able to help ourselves, so we have to surrender ourselves to the Supreme completely. Then He will take care of us as well as the world. These answers so far were some of the answers that Maharishi offered. These will suffice. There is no need for further explanations. However, in answer to the question mentioned in the very beginning, that is, in the present times, when young people think that obtaining a lot of money and material things will alone make them happy, will the practice of self-enquiry and search for the self be possible or practical for such young people? I would like to offer the gist of Ramana Maharshi's teachings in this regard. One's real nature is only peace of mind and happiness. According to one's destiny, his life and activities will go on automatically. He cannot change it. But according to one's predispositions, in the waking state, a false I appears forcefully. It imagines that it does everything and creates desires, worries, and problems through thoughts. It removes happiness and peace of mind, and by means of thoughts, it gives misery. If one searches for this thief, the false I, deeply within, it will vanish. Then, without its troubles and interference, activities will automatically happen efficiently. Therefore, in any age, especially at a young age, if one turns the mind within and performs self-enquiry in the form of who am I, then it will help one to perform one's actions effectively and will also provide happiness. From Ramana Maharshi's teachings, we can also understand the following things. It is possible to perform self-enquiry when young. In fact, one can learn more easily when young. We all know this. And this is true in spiritual matters too. Most of the great sages who realized the real self did so and became famous when they were very young. Yet another matter is that there is no incompatibility between the self-enquiry that is done within and the worldly life that is lived outside. When young or of any other age, whether female or male, lead your life according to your nature. Don't force yourself to change anything. Also, don't force others to change either. But lead your life as usual, while at the same time, whenever possible, read, listen, watch, and contemplate about inquiry into the real self. Then make efforts to practice meditation, self-enquiry, and search for the inner self. Such learning and practice will enable us immensely to see the events in life with the right perspective, to live our life efficiently, and to handle the problems in life. The young people of the present times believe in intellectual and rational thinking. They question as to why something has to be done and what benefit they will get from it. So, one thing has to be clarified to them. It is that the inner search for the real self, self-enquiry, meditation, devotion, and such spiritual practices are not for worshipping some unknown distant God or to totally renounce their present way of living, but it is for leading an efficient life, to get lasting happiness, and to develop the mental strength to tackle any turmoils that may suddenly occur in one's life. If the young people understand this, they will get involved in these spiritual practices with eagerness and enthusiasm. To tell you the truth, people of all ages should understand this. Now I will offer some parts of a few conversations that some devotees had with Ramana Maharshi. A conversation. Visitor. My work demands the best part of my time and energy. Often I am too tired to devote myself to Atma Chintana, contemplation on the pure self. Maharshi. The feeling I work is the hindrance. Enquire, who works? Remember, who am I? The work will not bind you. It will go on automatically. Make no effort either to work or to renounce work. Your effort is the bondage. What is bound to happen will happen. If you are destined to cease working, work cannot be had even if you hunt for it. If you are destined to work, you cannot leave it. You will be forced to engage in it. So, leave it to the higher power. You cannot renounce or hold as you choose. Another conversation. Visitor. Maharaj Ji, we have heard of you as the kindest and noblest soul. We have long desired to have your darshan, to be in your presence. I am a young woman. I'm happy as I have everything I want, but I do not have that peace of mind which brings happiness. I now come here seeking your blessing so that I may gain it.
Maharshi.
Bhakti fulfills your desire.
Visitor.
I want to know how I can gain that peace of mind. Kindly advise me.
Maharshi.
Yes, devotion and surrender.
Visitor.
Am I worthy of being a devotee?
Maharshi.
Everyone can be a devotee. Spiritual fare is common to all and never denied to anyone. Be the person old or young, male or female.
Visitor.
That is exactly what I am anxious to know. I am young and a housewife. There are duties of a housewife. Is devotion consistent with such a position?
Maharshi.
Certainly. What are you? You're not the body. You are pure consciousness. The duties of a householder and the world are only phenomena appearing on that pure consciousness. It remains unaffected. What prevents you from being your own self? The self is always there. It is you. There is nothing but you. Nothing can be apart from you. The question of compatibility or otherwise does not arise. Another conversation.
Visitor.
Bhagavan Maharishi has stated in the supplement to the 40 verses on reality in verse 36 as follows. The illiterates are certainly better off than the literates whose egos are not destroyed by the quest of the self. I too feel this to be true. But this being so, could Maharishi advise a schoolmaster how to carry on education in such a way that the desire for literacy and intellectual knowledge may not obscure the more important search for the self? Are the two incompatible? If they are not, then from what age and by what means can young people best be stimulated towards the search for the real truth within?
Maharshi.
Pride of learning and desire for appreciation are condemned, but not learning itself. Learning leading to search for truth and humility is good. What we understand from all of this is that the sooner we start practicing self-enquiry within, the sooner we, as well as other people and the whole world, will get well-being, happiness, and peace of mind.